Hi guys, it's Brooke from the Homeschool Party. I'm a nurse, a twin mama, and I'm back in my kitchen reviewing Bee Week with y'all. It is Bee Week, yay! I love Bee Week. Our verse for this week is, be kind to one another, because we all can do that better, I'm sure. Be kind to one another. So once again, we start off our phonics, our letter recognition with our trace boards and the numbers. And if you want to associate, this is the second letter of the alphabet we're learning. So maybe you can focus on the number 2, sort of like Sesame Street, but they can trace 1 through 10 on these. Another thing my kids have always loved to do is tracing in salt, and we got that idea from the Peaceful Preschool. So you just take a plate, a tray, pour some salt, and they can practice writing their letters in it, and then you just, give it a little shake to erase and start over. Capital letters, lowercase letters, and then that way you can keep reviewing as you go through the alphabet. So we're on B week. They could be practicing their A's and their B's. And then as we move forward, we keep incorporating those letters. So Bee Week is all about bunnies and berries and bugs and bees. So let's get started. Scatter the pom-poms that look like berry colors in your garden. Send the children out to pick berries. They can glue them on their block letter B, or just do math with them, whatever, however you want to teach them with their berries. That's the beauty of homeschool. In addition to these pom-poms, if you have cotton balls, you can put them in a jar, and once again they can practice their fine motor, just like we did with A week with the pom-poms for apples. You can transfer the cotton balls from one jar or bowl to another. Kids need a lot of activity, so you can break up your lessons with hop around the yard like a bunny. One of the most favorite activities of my children were going on a bunny hunt. So I whipped out their Easter ears, their bunny ears from our Easter box, gave them their baskets. They carried around with them their bees, upper and lowercase b's, and they hunted throughout the house for any object that began with a B. And their baskets were full. They had then at snack time, they can eat bunny snacks. Vegetables, a variety of vegetables, and the berries again. This is gonna be a healthy snack week. And B is also for the honeybee. Outside I drew honeycomb. Basically a bunch of hexagons connected. And inside each shape, I did lowercase b's, uppercase b's, and then some other letters scattered about. D's and B's often get confused with the young ones, so I made sure to have some D's in there. So my children each took their own turn with the honeybee puppet on their hand, and they had to buzz around and land on only the honeycombs that had either lowercase or uppercase b's on it. So that was a really fun activity, and they did really well with it, and they learned. We also read The Life of a Honeybee, this book right here, which was quite interesting. And it showed us all about how the bees suck the nectar from the flower and then go back to their hive and spit it out in the comb. And then we acted it out, and I'll show you that here. So here's our setup. We've got the hive here, and the flowers with the colored water representing the nectar. The children are gonna take a dropper, fly on over to a flower, suck up some nectar, fly over to the hive, and spit it out. And then they're gonna fly on over to another flower, suck up the nectar, fly on over to the hive, and spit it out. They're practicing fine motor, and they're putting like a visual to what they've learned about what the honeybee does. It's a fun task to be transferring the water and for the kids to use these little droppers. And at the end, you can give them a little sample of their works. Honey. B is also for the beautiful butterfly. We watched the life cycle of a butterfly from Rock and Learn on YouTube, and it was a great learning resource. And after that, we decided to do some caterpillar math. These are soft die that we got from a dollar store. You can use smaller real die or even flashcards provided by Peaceful Preschool. So you just need to cut these out once you print them out. But they have the numbers, and if the child doesn't yet recognize the numbers, they have the same number of dots so that they can count those to decide which card that is. So what they do is, if they're not adding yet, they can just roll one dice, see the number on it, or roll both of them and add them together, whatever level your child is at, or draw a card. The number that their card gives them, they need to coordinate in making their caterpillar. So right here we have a bowl of marbles, and they're round, so it works. Something small like this, I mean, you can use anything you have on hand, beans even. But then I had, like, say they drew a 6, they would have to line up 6 of these to make a caterpillar out of the number that they got. So that was a little fun math, how we tied in butterflies to our math.